a lot of back and forth about this. We'll see. It's going to be fascinating how long this continues between, and it's healthy debate, Oklahoma and USC and the connections there. It would be fascinating if we could get those two on the same field here soon, hopefully in a college football playoff. Would be tremendous.
I saw. I'm trying to remember, Mark, where it came from. It was more of a national article. I think it had to do with, or maybe it was. I don't remember. Anyways, it was something to do with what are the most anticipated non-conference matchups possibilities in the future, and Oklahoma and USC was an overwhelming number one. To your point, I think it would have to happen in either a college football playoff or a bowl situation. I don't think there's probably any, at least right now, I wouldn't guess there's very much appetite for a home and home schedule with both sides. Maybe there is. I don't know, just because of how fresh everything still is right now. But yeah, I'm with you. I mean, it'll be interesting to me. I think it'll still, there's going to be some hurt Oklahoma people for a while, specifically if USC starts to be pretty successful early on. So I think that'll be something that continues to happen, and something I think a lot of people would love to see.
Yeah, Brent Venables is going to be evaluated, at least by the fan base, partially against Lincoln Riley, for better or worse, or whether it's fair or unfair. If Brent Venables is able to go to the SEC and, let's say, meet reasonable expectations, a lot of 9-3s, 11-1, boom, playoff, but then, some solid seasons, tougher schedule, all of that, maybe an expanded playoff in which 10-2 gets you in as an SEC team. But if Lincoln Riley just tears it up, then he's going to have to pay the consequences, again, unfortunately, for that comparison by many. But if Lincoln Riley falters and strings together some 8-4 seasons that don't meet that fan base's expectations, which are through the roof, like they're expecting immediate, like, we've landed and we're ready to roll and all is well and we're taking over this year. I see a lot crazy. Of that.
Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, not necessarily just because of the Oklahoma ties here, Mark. I think it's going to be one of the most intriguing teams to watch, because I think we all know that they're going to score a lot of points on the offensive side of the ball. They're going to be successful. However, their roster is still, it's not a great roster on the defensive side of the ball, particularly not a great offensive line. So I think those things will kind of remain to be seen. They'll probably have the ability to outscore a lot of these teams in the Pac-12. A lot of them won't be able to stay with them, but once they play, I don't know, what that looks like. Oregon's going to be probably at least as good, if not better, than what they were last year. I don't know if UCLA continues to make that step, but yeah, it's going to be such an interesting team to watch. And I'm with you, Mark. I've everything I hear, there's a lot of thoughts that they're just going to make the switch just like that, and they're going to be the next back to being the blue blood that they were.
I expect them to be significantly better. I think any competent coach could take over this roster and make a few tweaks and be significantly better than 4-8. That was not a 4-win talent team last year. Look at the recruiting rankings and understand they didn't lose that much in the NFL draft. So any capable coach could go in there and go 8-4, 9-3, I would think. So we'll see how good Lincoln Riley is long term. I kind of temper the thought that he's some elite, amazing coach, but I also believe that he's very good at what he does and one of the best coaches in the country. I have him roughly in that top 10 range, but I certainly believe he inherited a strong program.